You know what I'm going to talk about? Your kids are not spoiled, and they're not ungrateful. As parents, what we end up doing is we do all of these things for our kids, right? And we provide all of this stuff for them. We make them buy everything. And then the moment they don't do something that we want them to do, we tell them what? You're ungrateful. You even heard it when growing up, yourself before you had kids. You heard it. Oh, your kids is so ungrateful. But are they really? So to you, you're like, I provide you this immaculate world. As a parent, you're like, I provide all these things for you. I do so much blood, sweat, and tears. And you should want to do this. That's what you tell your kids. You should want to clean up. You should want to do right by me because of how much I do for you. Let me break down to you how the kids feel. Not all of them, but the majority of them. This is just their regular life. Nobody asked you to do nothing. And they're mentally not where you were, or they don't understand the struggle that you had because it's not theirs. What you've provided for them is just the life that they live. They're not thinking about what has been sacrificed, the blood, the sweat, the tears. That is not their life. They don't understand that, oh, my mom was almost homeless, or the lights were almost off a few times. They don't understand that. They don't know that. The only thing they've ever worn since they were infants were Jordans. So now that they want two pair and you don't have enough money, or bills is piling up, that's not their problem. You created that. You had an idea in your head based upon your struggle and your sacrifice that you wanted to give to your kids. And you absolutely right by doing that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. But to think that your mindset is the same mindset that your kids have is absolutely wrong. And I'm not saying you shouldn't provide for your kids. You should absolutely make sure that they are better off than you were. But I think that because we don't have that conversation, and we forget that we were teenagers at one point in time and we were the ones being called selfish and ornery and all of that stuff, we tend to forget that, like, no, that was just a way of life. We understood the assignment. We understood what it meant to be a teenager. And we don't give that same grace to these teenagers. They're not selfish. They're not spoiled. None of that. This is their regular life. They didn't grow up the way you did. So they don't have to feel the way you felt about the things that you've accomplished. No, this is just their regular life. You asked them to be here. You brought them into this world. You gave them all of that. You didn't have to. It's great that you did, but you didn't have to. So don't blame them for just their regular lives.